So here's a question I get often. Ryan, how do I attack a second serve? I want to make my opponent pay for hitting a weak second serve. Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this video. Now, first, this video is courtesy of Sandrado Plays Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to his awesome channel. I've put his link in the description below. All right, at the bottom of the screen, this is Sandrado, and he's playing a league match, and he's expecting a second serve. This is a second serve. Just watch. It's really short point, which is a good thing, right? When you get a weak second serve to you. Watch this point, and then we're going to diagram where he aimed, the thought process, and even a simple way that he could improve and even win more points in this situation. Now, of course, this is going to be a short point because first, he's inside the baseline dealing with a second serve. When you feel like you can take advantage of your opponent's weaker second serves, the first thing you got to do is start inside the baseline. That's what he does right here. In fact, he split steps going forward, and he ends up several feet inside the baseline. So I absolutely love this. One thing about getting a second serve, if you can make it a forehand, you have got to make it your strength. You've got to make it on the side of your body where you can put that ball away. So one thing you'll see here is the ball kind of comes right to him, and already here, he's not standing in the typical place that people stand on a first serve, where they're afraid of like a ball getting curved out wide on them. He's standing more left than you normally would against a first serve or a very strong second serve. So here, he's actually helping himself out to hit a forehand. And watch this. The ball comes at his body, and he moves to his left, and look where he ends up. I mean, if you saw this, you would not think that he just hit a return of serve. But he's standing over here, moving over here, trying to get this ball on his forehand side. Now, what I always teach people is if you want to attack a second serve with your feet, not with your racket. And what I mean by that is, yes, you want to hit a shot not to the middle, but more to the side. But then you want to move forward and attack. So when you're dealing with a weaker second serve and you feel like you can really do a lot with this ball, do not aim down the middle. That's what you want to do against very fast, strong first serves. And you're trying to kind of neutralize the point. But in this scenario, you should be going either down the line or across court, trying to hit the ball away from your opponent and getting them to be in trouble, especially if you can get it to their backhand. Watch where Sandrado hits. And let me see what this guy's name is. Mark. He hits the ball to Mark's backhand, nice and deep. Look at that, nice and deep, about 3 or 4 feet from the baseline. And Mark is in a ton of trouble reaching for this ball. I mean, Mark's back is completely shown to Sandrado, and Sandrado is attacking, right? So when you hit a really strong shot to the corner, you want to follow it up. There are 3 times to go to the net in tennis. Serve and volley, when you get a short ball, and when you get your opponent in trouble. So here, he's kind of got both the last 2. He's got a short ball because it's a weak second serve landing in the middle of the service box. And then he gets his opponent in trouble. So that's why you see Sandrado coming forward. Now, the one thing that Sandrado can work on and improve on is you've got to split step as you're going forward. This is a really important idea for all levels. Beginners, college players, even pros miss this, and it hurts their ability to win. So what you want to think of is hit your approach and then basically take 1, 2 steps and then split. You can see that right here. Watch, he hits, and that's really his first step right there. So Sandrado takes 1 step, then he takes a second step, and now he should be split stepping. And if you kind of think of it that way, rather than trying to time your shot, time your split step with your opponent's shot back to you, just think, hit the approach shot, take 2 steps, and then split step. It doesn't matter that you're split stepping behind the service line. That doesn't matter. Split steps aren't a where, they're a when. You split step when your opponent's hitting. So on an approach shot, it's pretty predictable. You can take about 2 steps depending on the depth and speed of your shot. If you hit a little slower, you might get 3 steps in. But just take 2 steps and then split step. So Sandrado should be split stepping about 0.2 seconds after the opponent hits. So let's get to 0.2, which is right there. So he should be split stepping right now, which he is not. So I'm sure he's a good player, so he's going to work on his game and make sure he's split stepping, because you got to split step in case your opponent rips it down the line, cross court, at your feet, a lob. Because if you're Sandrado, you're not always going to play people, like Mark. You might end up playing the city champion who's, 3 levels higher than you, and that ball comes back. If you're playing Carlos Alcaraz, that ball comes back with a vengeance. So you've got to learn to split step, and you've got to make sure that you're timing it at the right time, which is 0.2 seconds after your opponent hits. And that's going to be done by taking 2 steps and then split stepping. But really fantastic play that you can copy. Use this strategy. You are going to break serve a lot more often. Now, if you'd love to use the same strategies the pros use to win their matches, then you got to pick up the Singles Playbook by Fuzzy Yellow Balls. It's all broken down by the type of opponent you play against, and it's over 50 pages, strategy after strategy. And what's really cool is each page comes with a QR code, so you can watch a video of exactly how to use each strategy. Just use my link in the description and pinned in the first comment. And if you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, or if you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for PlayYourCourt, and it's playyourcourt.com/2-minute-tennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. Look, we all play players with weak second serves. Stand inside the baseline. If you can get a forehand, please do so. If you can attack their backhand, especially if it's their weaker side, do so. And then follow it up. Just make sure that you take about 2 steps and then split steps so you're balanced for their rebuttal. You work on attacking second serves with your feet, not just your racket. And there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.